What's going on, guys? It's Paige. So the first tool inside of Alfred that I want to go over is our Ultimate CRM, our tags management, and our bulk message panel. So before you can really use either the lead CRM or the bulk message panel, first we need to go ahead inside our tags management and assign tags that we can then link to specific people's profiles. So basically, tags are a way for you to organize all of your friends and all of your leads. So these are some of the tags I like to use. So I have a Facebook group, so new group members, buyers, and then automation leads, because clearly I promote my own software. And then six of them that I would also suggest that you have. Our 1, outreach, 2, rapport, 3, heaven or hell, 4, vague offer, 5, objection, and then 0, hold. So these are our sales process categories, and these are how we're going to organize what part of the sales process each of our leads are in. So assign a couple tags. You can always come back and add more. To create tags, you just go up here to tag name, click on the name you want, and then click on create tag. So once you do that, we can jump over to our lead CRM. And Alfred actually operates with a double tagging system. So this first section right here is for the tags that we just created inside the tags management. And then over here, we can also create a second category of tags. So these are broader sections, basically. So right here, I have a sales process tag and I have an automation lead tag. So I can click on my sales process right here. Oh, already in the sales process actually. So I'll click on my automation leads right here, and then it will pull up all the people who are in my automation leads. And then more specifically, it will filter that down one more level to what kind of automation lead are they. So this person's an automation lead for me, but she is also in a different automation program. So now when I go in, I can see that she's 1, interested in automation, and 2, that she's already using an automation program. So the best use for these bigger, broader categories right here are for different kinds of leads. So right here, I have a big, broad category for group members. So I can quickly identify all of the people who are in my Facebook group. I have a big, broad category for sales processes. So people that I'm currently talking to, that I'm moving through a sales process with. A category for automation leads, so anyone who's ever asked for some more information about Alfred. And then I have a framework category as well. So I create a lot of frameworks that help people do certain things with Facebook organic marketing. And whenever I give one of those frameworks to someone, they get thrown in the framework category, because those frameworks serve as a way for me to warm them up and hopefully move them towards buying something from me. So now that we know what this looks like, I'm going to jump on over to Facebook and kind of show you how you can assign these tags and where the lead generation button pops up. So your lead generation button in general is going to pop up on this left hand side of the screen, and all you have to do to assign tags is click on it and then scroll on down, and you can type in any kind of information you want in here. If they have a website you want to remember, if you want to remember their email address, all this stuff can get saved. And then once we're inside here, scroll down a little bit, and we can actually assign lead strength based on stars. And I'm giving Saeed here a 5-star lead strength because we've actually already hopped on a call and I kind of diagnosed his problems, and we're moving towards possibly making a sale and getting him in on a high ticket program. So the first tag I have right here is he's a hot lead because we jumped on a call together, and he is still in the sales process. So I do this because now that I know he's a hot lead and he's in my sales process, these will be the first people I follow up with every single day. Anyone who's a hot lead who I've already jumped on a call with is someone who's closer than basically anyone else to making that buying decision. So you want to spend most of your time on them. So when it comes to this number scale right here, you always want to start with people who are closest to making that buying decision. So if you went through and you've already presented a vague offer and now you're just answering objections from someone, you want to spend time on those people because they're way closer to actually making a decision than someone who you just reached out to for the first time, who you haven't built rapport with, who you haven't figured out their goals and their desires, and who you haven't made a vague offer to. So that's how the double tagging system works a little bit. In addition to that, we can go through and we can actually automatically follow up with Saeed if we choose to. So to do that, all we have to do is click on a message lead, type in whatever we want the message to be. If we use the curly brackets down here, it will automatically insert his name into this. And once you do that, all we have to do is click on the date. So let's say tomorrow, and then come on over here and click on the time you want it to go out. So let's do 11:17 a.m. And then once you do that, all you have to do is click save. If you would prefer not to automatically send out some pre-typed up message you did, you can actually get desktop notifications sent to you to remind you to follow up with that person. And to do that, you just have to click on meeting notifications, and a little notification will pop up on your computer and tell you, hey, I have to follow up with Saeed, and the notification will go out at whatever time you choose down here. Also, one thing that is really good for you to do is type in a brief little description about what you talked about. Some really important things to figure out are exactly where people are at, where they want to be. Usually this comes in the form of their goal income, and then what are they struggling with? So are you actually able to help them based on the problem they're currently having? And these are great, so you don't have to scroll back through conversations, and you can just quickly remember them. Anything you type in here will be saved and linked to his profile. So I'll go up here and show you. This is Keith. This is someone I recently talked to, and this is the details that I typed in. He's part of the Affiliate Nation 5K offer. He's been in marketing for 20 years, but has struggled the entire time. And this is a really good way for me to quickly remember what we talked about, so I don't waste time inside Messenger just aimlessly scrolling, really trying to find that information. So definitely type in the notes. And then just the last thing on the lead CRM, just click save once you're done. Otherwise, none of this information will save and you will just lose it. Then the last really noteworthy thing about our Messenger CRM is that if we go over to messenger.com and look at all of the people inside of our inbox, we can see that the tags we assign to people will actually appear above their head, above their picture. And that makes it really nice to be able to quickly scroll through your Messenger and see where some of your conversations were at. And we can also assign a color to the tag that appears above their picture. So to assign a color to these people, just click on the lead CRM button, or the lead gen button inside of the Ultimate CRM, and then go down here and click on your tag color. This can really be anything, basically any color you can possibly think of. And once you do that, just go down and click save once again. This is a good way to basically organize leads a little bit more as well. So let's say you want to assign your hot leads a red button. So you can do that. It will pop up above their picture once it loads and saves. And there we go. Now he has the purple tag assigned to him. And just scrolling through here, you can see objections. So definitely want to focus on Rory right there because he's close to making a buying decision. Follow up with Saeed. This person's on hold, meaning that he hasn't messaged me back. Things like that. It's a really quick, easy, and powerful way to stay organized in Messenger so you're not wasting hours of your time every single day inside of it. So that's how we're going to use our Ultimate CRM. And then So we've went over the tags management, we've went over the ultimate CRM, and now we're going to go through our bulk message panel. So what this one is going to do is it's going to allow you to send bulk messages based on tags. So our tags being the things that we input here, not our broader categories, which are these. So only our tags. So to do this, just click on choose tag and choose whatever tag you want. So let's say I want to send out a message to all my automation leads. All you have to do is click in the message that you want to go out. Once again, you can use these curly brackets for name to, personalize it a little bit more, and then just type in the message you want. This is a really great way to kind of stay on top of all those incoming friend requests and also send out messages to all the people who have accepted your requests. So when you do this, it's basically going to stagger people, and it's going to send out a message every 8 minutes. The reason for this being is if you send out messages too quickly that are very similar to each other, Facebook basically will flag you for like copy and pasting messages on Messenger, and it can temporarily block your ability to send out those messages. When you stagger them like this, though, you will never be blocked. You won't run into any kind of temporary bans or anything like that. I will say, mess around with this a little bit. I will be on Facebook, and I will still be using it when I send out bulk messages like this, and I have not incurred a ban yet personally, but I do know people who are using Alfred who have said that they've had issues with this. So I think for everyone it's a little bit different. Your profile can be seasoned a little bit better sometimes based on how much you're actually online. So Facebook lets you get away with more things, but I always like to err on the side of caution. So as you run any of these tools inside of Alfred, don't go on Facebook, don't be doing other things. We want it to appear that everything we're doing is human. So by that I mean if you're sending out a bunch of bulk messages and this is going out every 8 minutes, don't be on Facebook also doing a Facebook Live or something like that, because clearly it's not possible for you to be on a live and you sending out messages at the same time. Well, I guess that one would be possible, but you get the point. Just make it appear like it's normal human activity and everything should be fine and you'll totally fly underneath the radar. So that's how we're going to use our lead gen machine tools. If you have any questions about this, feel free to send an email to alfredautomation@gmail.com or drop a support ticket. And to drop a support ticket, just go down here to support, click on customer support, and you can basically send me a message, and I will get back to those as soon as possible.